Did you ever think about an issue that bothers you and wished you could do it differently? Well, maybe you can. Hello, I'm Anna from KA220, and in this episode, I want to take you on a step-by-step tour on setting up an action plan. Will you be one of the few brave people who take action where you see it's going wrong? To make a good plan and actually make the action happen, there are a number of things to take care of. The people you work with and your team, the issue you want to work on and the important question, why, your mission statement, public support for your cause, a network of potential partners, financial and material resources. Let's look into all these factors to get an action plan off to start. First step, know your team. Are you one of these genius visionaries who easily see the big picture and don't hesitate to take things into their own hands? Great! Then take the first step, and for sure there will be others happy to support your idea. If you're not, don't worry. The biggest changes rarely happen overnight. No matter if you are a solo fighter for your cause or have a team of friends or colleagues with similar ideas, it is important to take a closer look. What skills and knowledge do you bring into the project? Where are your limitations? It's not the time for insecurity nor presumptuousness. The more realistically you can answer this, the more likely you can define goals that are ambitious enough to make a difference but will not overwhelm you. If you need some inspiration as to which competences will be helpful for your action, check out our video on entrepreneurship competences self-assessment. Then, when working with a team, it is important to define the roles and leadership. Maybe you start as a group of friends having fun together, but if you plan for a bigger or more long-term mission, it will help to have clear roles in your team. This way, everyone knows who is in charge of what, and you will better be able to trust in the team efforts. Step 2. What issue do you see needs change? Why do you believe this is needed? Most activists share a common motivation based on two things. First, they see something they believe is wrong in society. And second, they are convinced they know how to improve that situation. Now, these two can be great driver for motivation. And without them, who would even get up to do something? But before running out with your superhero cape on, take some time to think about a few questions. What is the actual situation of the issue I see? Investigate a bit. Find out where the problem comes from, who is involved in it, what beliefs or mindsets and actions have led to it. Why do you believe this should be changed? Think about what the alternative future you envision would look like and how this would improve the current situation. Who does this issue concern? And who is most affected by it? Go talk to people and ask their opinions. Be open for different viewpoints and try to understand the larger picture so that your action can be built to benefit where it's really needed. What is already being done about it? Find out if there are people or organizations already working on a similar mission. Where did they succeed? What is still lacking? Maybe you can even work together with them. Or you find a way to create change where others couldn't. Since this step is a very important part of your idea development, make sure to take some detailed notes for yourself. A helpful tool can be the problem tree analysis to get to the root of the problems you want to address, and then find the suitable solutions for each of the causes identified. Step number 3. Set your goals and formulate a mission statement. At this point, it will also be helpful to think about what level of action you are planning to engage on. Are you going for a physical activity or local initiative? Or do you rather want to launch an information campaign? Or is your goal even bigger and you hope to spark off a larger social movement? Of course, these three can be connected. If you set up a series of zero plastic workshops in your local area, you could also decide to launch an information campaign to support your activities. If the workshops turn out to be really popular and gain interest of a wide public, you could even end up inspiring a larger social movement for zero plastic in your town. But still, it makes sense to decide at the beginning where your main focus lies, depending on your resources. In this way, you can focus your efforts on a clear goal. You can still adapt your goal later on or add new activities once your action plan is showing results. So now you have identified some very crucial questions for yourself. Which needs you found, how you plan to address them, why you believe this is needed. With this all clear, you can define your concrete goals and a mission statement. Pay attention to formulate goals that are SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, the mission and vision are important to communicate your action to the public. The mission describes your action's purpose at present. The vision explains the future you desire to achieve through your action. For a good mission statement, describe your values and the benefit you bring to your potential audiences in a clear and compelling way. It has to be convincing enough for other people to also believe in your cause. Step 4. Gaining public support for your cause. Great! Now with your team set up and with clear goals and mission, you are ready for action. The more you already investigated in the preparation phase, the better you already know which people, groups, or organizations might be most interested to support your cause. Promote your initiative or campaign to them and show them how they will benefit from supporting it. Building trust is key to gaining someone's support. The more you stand behind your own goals, the more others will believe in them as well. And personal interaction in many cases helps to build trust, even if it is just a short informal conversation on the street or at an event. Then also be clear on what kind of support you are asking for. Do you want people to interact with your online contents to create a buzz on social media? Are you asking for donations that will lead to concrete results they will benefit from? Or do you want them to join a physical event? Explicitly communicate this in your publications or activities. People might be more open to support you than you think, but they need a clear call to action. Step number 5. Building a network of partners and key supporters. Apart from building public visibility, you will likely also need support in more specific areas that are crucial to directly help your mission. Maybe you are looking for a space to organize your next event, you need catering or equipment for a workshop, an expert guest speaker for a podcast episode, or simply advice from an experienced activist on topics you have faced challenges in. In the preparation phase, you probably already found a few interesting people, organizations, or platforms that work on similar ideas as you do. Contact them, tell them about your idea, ask about their experiences, and explain how their support could help you growing initiative. Remember, a good exchange that has a win-win for all in it is most likely to motivate support. So think about how you can also help and benefit your potential supporters, so that everyone will grow from the cooperation. Step number 6. Secure financial and material resources. For any action you plan, you will eventually also need money and material resources. How much and what you need, of course, depends on the scale of your initiative and your ambitions. Many small-scale initiatives start with investing their own resources. For example, to organize a community activity where everybody brings some food or second-hand items. Or maybe drawing posters for a street action. If you plan a bigger or more long-term mission, you will soon find that your group's resources are not enough to sustain it. At that point, external funding becomes crucial. Your network of key supporters is likely to include also people or institutions that can provide resources. So it's worth taking a closer look. Some ideas can be to ask donations from visitors at an activity in exchange for homemade food, sustainable products, a musical performance, or so on. Launch a campaign on a fundraising platform. Apply for funding at a social or ecological foundation that has a similar mission. Ask local companies, banks, or your municipality for support. they often have interest in supporting social causes in their area. Local stores could also choose to support you with resources other than money. Maybe they are willing to donate food, goods or services for your activities when they like what you are doing. So there are many ways to secure finances and resources, but be prepared to put some good effort and legwork in, and have patience. There will likely be more people turning you down than supporting you, but that's okay, then they are not the ones you were looking for. Remember, the best is when you come out in a win-win situation where the people who actually see a benefit in your initiative will be happy to support you. So focus your efforts in finding these people and communicating your mission in the right way to them. By now, you probably realized that all steps described here actually run parallel. In the beginning phases of your initiative, you might focus more on defining your mission and team structures, while later the focus is more on growing your network and finances. But actually, you will always come back to re-evaluating, refining, and redesigning, depending on how the initiative advances and on the lessons you learned on the way. Therefore, stay open to learn from the things that didn't go so well. Be ready to adapt and never lose out of sight the reason you started it all: being part of positive change for the world.